Welcome everyone to day one, officially, of March Mechness. I'm going to be counting down a bunch of top 5 lists, and this week we are going through my top 5 favorite mobile suit designs from Gundam. I'm Dr. Pants, and let's get started with number 5. So, for my number 5, it's a Gundam. It's a Transformer. It's both! That's right, this is the Zeta Gundam. The perfect recipe for a Pants' favorite mech. This is a classic Gundam that is sleek and yet somehow bulky. It came out during the latter half of the 80s when transforming robots were all the rage in the first official Gundam sequel series, Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, or Zeta Gundam. This was also like a Serious Monster of the Week series too. Like, if you haven't seen this, like, go check it out. There's like new mobile suits that transform all the time. It does transform, and the alt mode is called a Wave Rider, but I'm like not sure why, because like there aren't waves in space.
Just a moment. When the planets of Haifong 3 get close, a tidal effect will take place, then causing sporadic waves to be dispersed.
Touche, Outlaw Star. It's got wrist rockets, wrist wires, and a hyper mega launcher. What a name. Look at this thing! Bigger than him. Seriously, look at this gun. This is absolutely insane. This design is also the basis for numerous other suits moving forward in the Gundam canon for the Universal Century, so you know they did something right. Overall, this is a beautiful take on the Gundam design that is still recognizable, but so radically new. Welcome everyone, it's Dr. Pants. This is day 2 of March Mechness, which means we're on number 4 of my favorite mobile suits from Gundam. So let's get going. This is a new addition, and sadly, the only non-Gundam. I love me my Gundams. It took me years to watch Unicorn Gundam, but when this beauty showed up on screen and caught my eye, how could I say no? This is the Kshatriya from Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. I just absolutely love this. This thing takes cues from the Kubile, the Gelgood, the Jagdoga, all kinds of Zeon, Neo Zeon suits, turning it into whatever this is. There's also that mobile arm from Double Zeta. Is it the Quinn Mantha? I think. Somebody comment below and tell me. But anyway, it's gorgeous. I mean, the colors. I love green. I love this green color. They work so well. The blacks, the yellows, the whites, the beautiful wing binders. It's so menacing looking. I am also a sucker for that sleeves iconography. So if you can see that on the chest there, if we can get it, hopefully, and of course it's on the wrists as well. It's just absolutely beautiful. You would think it's too busy, but it works. It's bulky, but the mobile suit is still maneuverable. It has funnels, and I love funnel weapons. They create such amazing fight scenes in the anime. I'm not sure what else to say. I feel everyone has a soft spot for this suit, and of course, it's Pilot. I mean, she's like one of the best characters in the series, so if you haven't watched Gundam Unicorn, go check it out, but I love the Kshatriya. We're on day 3 of March Mechness, everyone, and that means it's time for my top 5 favorite mobile suits from Gundam, number 3. This is a tough one for me to talk about. I'll show it in just a minute, but I gotta give some backstory. I hope you're ready for the Pants lore dump here, because this goes deep. Back in the early 2000s, back when you were on the internet, you were on like AOL and Yahoo chat rooms and stuff like that. Some of you may not even know what that was like, but I was part of a Gundam roleplay group on the early internet. I was totally one of the cool kids. And what we did was, you know, we picked different suits and we would battle each other, you know, that kind of stuff. And so we all got to pick our suits to be a part of a Merc faction. So we would pick our mobile suit. As long as no one else had taken it, we could have that. So whoever was running this group, you know, sent me to a website. I don't even remember what it was, because like Wiki didn't exist at the time. So I scrolled through numerous websites and collected like various Gundams and mobile suits designs. And I was just trying to pick the coolest one. Now keep in mind that this was all because of Gundam Wing. That's all that was on TV at the time. That's all we had seen. So I didn't want to be like every other person and just choose a Gundam Wing design. So I looked through everything. And that's when I stumbled across this. This is the Gundam F92, not 92, 90, Roman numeral 2, L-type. Bear with me here. This Gundam in particular, this, the F90, the F90 Unit 2, and the F92 all have this whole package system that's A to Z, so different packs that change what they can do. But this particular version, the L-Type, which gives it all these missiles and this long gun and everything, this was my jam. This is what I found when I was searching through stuff, and yes, everything about this, yes, I love this design. Something about it just, it spoke to me. And I picked this for that old RP group, and it kind of gives me like F1 racing car vibes with the way the chest vents are set up. And like, there's a lot of detail going on this, but it's not too much, and it just, I don't know. There's something about this design that really hits with me, and it's one of those that I just cannot explain to you. Now, unfortunately with this one, there's never been official like F90 suits or media released until recently. Now, there was some media, of course. There is some manga, and I believe there's some short stories and stuff that have this, but it's never been done into an animation, and we've never seen it here in the US. And in terms of the suits, it's been recent that these have been released. So I've been waiting 20 years for this. And like, P Bandai, thank you. I know a lot of people hate P Bandai, but at least you brought my boy home. Like, I can't explain why I love this other than nostalgia and the fact that it's freaking cool. I mean, again, the gun, the cool sight, this long radar dish on the shoulder, these missile pods, the extra, like, clip, and the gun is underslung and, like, attached to the back and everything. I don't know. And the colors, like, it's not just that typical blue. There's something about the blue that's different. I don't know. I really wish I could explain it, but, like, this design hits me hard, and just having it on the shelf fills the angsty teenage Dr. Pants inside me with glee. And let's be honest, he very rarely gets to feel that. So the Gundam F92 L-Type is number 3. We're on day 4 of March Mechness, which means we're on number 2 of my top 5 favorite mobile suits from Gundam. You know, it's hard to forget your first love. Sometimes you look back and wonder what you were thinking. Other times, you knew exactly what you were thinking, but you aren't that person anymore. In my case, I don't know if I'm still the edgy teenage boy who fell in love with the Death Scythe Hell, but I can't deny that every time I see this Gundam, my heart skips a beat. It takes me back to the days of watching Toonami, catching random episodes of Gundam Wing, and having no idea what was going on. Eventually, I got the full story, but you know, those episodes, you don't always catch them in the order. But nothing beats the moment in the show when the Death Scythe Hell first showed up, or that moment in Endless Waltz, where it drops down and its cape opening up, unfurling into those giant bat wings. Chills. This thing has a presence, and it's such a ridiculous design for a robot, and I absolutely love it. Like, giant bat wings, the black and gray and red and gold color scheme. Let's not forget Duo Maxwell, who is probably the best pilot in Gundam Wing. He is one of the coolest characters. And I mean, I'm sure we all have our favorites. But Duo Maxwell, come on. He was pretty great. And one last thing. How often do you see a robot using a scythe as a weapon? A beam scythe. And in the case of the TV version of the Death Scythe Hell, a double beam scythe. That is nuts. And I know I haven't said much about a lot of these mobile suits other than I like them. But that's what I'm going on. These are my videos. And you cannot deny that this Death Scythe here is cool as hell. Alright everyone, this is it. It's day 5 March Mechness, which means we've gotten to my top favorite, my number 1 mobile suit design from Gundam. You ready for this? Let's check it out. So what could possibly be number 1? What could beat the likes of the Zeta, the Kshatriya, the Death Scythe Hell, the F92 L-Type? No one cares about that. That was for pants. That pick was 100% just for pants. So what is the best mobile suit design? It has been this for 20 years. It is the GP-01 from 0083, and specifically the first version of it.
Not the FB, or the full Vernon, or the full Burnin, whatever you want to call it. It is this version of it. Why? This is still a classic Gundam design. This is the classic Gundam design, but viewed through the eye of Shoji Kawamori, the creator of the Macross series. He was the mechanical designer on Gundam 0083, and he created perfection with this. This is the original Gundam, but it just adds more detail, more color, and just makes it oh so curvy. Like, I don't know what to say about this. Maybe it was the animation. Maybe it was the time period I watched it. But the GP01 is the epitome of a perfect Gundam design in my mind. Like, when I imagine a Gundam, this is what I think about. It's faithful to the original, but updated to be more mechanical looking and just modern. This has been a common problem throughout all these videos. You know, I have trouble explaining why it makes my brain make the feel-good chemicals, but I know it does. And this is what I look for. This design is just amazing. And I don't know, maybe it's just because it's just simple and clean. No, not like that!